Welcome, everyone, to this very special episode of the Reclamation. I'm Paula Collins, Magdalene Priestess, intuitive sound healer, and your guide on the sacred path to remembrance. And today we're stepping into one of the most enchanting thresholds of the Wheel of the Year, Beltaine. Beltaine is the ancient fire festival and is celebrated on May 1st, marking the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. It is a time when the earth is alive with fertility, passion, and blooming possibility, a time to ignite your inner fire and remember the sacred union of life itself. So what is this spiritual essence of Beltaine? Well, it is the celebration of sacred fire for purification, for transformation, and for protection. It is also the celebration of the sacred union between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, between light and dark, soul and body. It is also the celebration of fertility and renewal. And this is where manifestation becomes momentum and the seeds of intention begin to bloom. And I love this celebration. I love to be able to celebrate it with other people, both in person and virtually. I love to talk about it. I love to help people dive in deeper to it, right? This is a portal where the veil between the worlds is thin, much like Samhain, which is another sacred fire festival, right? Making it a powerful time to connect with fairies, with ancestors, and the unseen realms. So I want to offer you a few beautiful ways to honor Beltaine this year. The first one is fire. Having a fire ceremony. You can light a candle or you can create a beautiful bonfire outside. You can whisper your intentions into the flame. You can write it down on a piece of paper and put that into the flame. And it allows us to burn away our fears, our doubts, and the stories that no longer serve our becoming, right? And then I always take something as an offering, and I offer that to the fire as well. That can be as simple as some leaves or petals from a flower. It can be rice. It can be any grains or spices that you have. Just offering that as part of this offering of burning away. The second one is the maypole dance. Now, you may have seen this happen if you've ever seen the play or the movie Camelot. You will see a maypole dance in it. So if you have access to a maypole, or even a simple stick that's wrapped in some ribbons, dance in a circle. And when you're doing it, call in joy, abundance, and sensual aliveness. And if you don't have a maypole, grab a scarf and just twirl it in the air above you and do the same thing. Dance in a circle, call in joy, call in abundance, call in sensual aliveness. You can also do a hand fasting ritual. In Celtic tradition, this is when couples come together and they hand fast to show the community about this beautiful sacred union that is taking place. However, you can do a hand fasting ritual all by yourself for your spiritual self and for you. All you have to do is get a ribbon or a cord and tie your wrist as a symbolic act of committing to your soul's deepest desires, right? So you can tie it to one wrist or you can tie it to both wrists, right? And this is you committing to saying, I am on this spiritual path. I love this spiritual path. I am committing to myself. I am committing to my practice. I am committing to my soul's deepest desires. You can also do floral offerings, right? And you can do this a number of ways. You can adorn your altars. If you have altars in your house, you can adorn it with roses, with hawthorn, with fresh greens. You can put other beautiful springtime floral that's blooming in your yard right upon your altar. You can leave honey or milk or bread at the base of a tree to honor the fae and the land spirits. You can take ribbon and write your intention on it, and you can tie it to the branches of that tree for the fae and the land spirits to come. And then there are embodiment and pleasure practices, right? So allow your body to be your altar and move with sensuality. Turn on the music, close your eyes, feel into it, and just allow your body to move. You can eat honey, you can have fruit, you can have chocolate, right? That's a sensual practice. You can engage in the beautiful practice of lovemaking with yourself or with another, right? As a sacred act of devotion. Use this time and really offer that up. So I want you to take a moment to reflect. I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. What part of you is blooming right now? What part of you is blooming right now? And then our second question, what desires have been quietly waiting to be acknowledged? What desires have been quietly waiting to be acknowledged? And then the third one, where can I invite more passion, more pleasure, and joy into my life? Where can I invite more passion, pleasure, and joy into my life? And as you sit with each question, allow yourself to really sink into it. Allow yourself to really open into it. Don't just start writing. Like, take a moment, maybe even place your hands over your heart center and breathe into the question and just sit and wait and see what comes to your mind. And then start to write it down and see what the answers are. And don't judge. Never judge yourself when you are journaling. Don't worry about spelling and mistakes and proper punctuation. Just let your hand flow on the page. Make it a beautiful ritual for yourself. Light candles, light incense, right? Diffuse essential oils while you're doing this. Allow yourself to go into your own sensuality as you are thinking about, pondering, reflecting on, and journaling these questions. It's a beautiful, beautiful practice. And if you feel called, I want you to place a hand over your heart and one over your womb space. Maybe take a moment to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then I want you to repeat each of these affirmations. I honor my sacred fire. I welcome love, passion, and possibility. I am the blooming of the earth. And then allow yourself to take another deep breath into those affirmations and see how they feel in your heart and in your womb space. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to tune in for this episode on Beltaine. My deepest hope and prayer for you is that you will take the time on May 4th or the days following, on May 1st, sorry, and the days following, to really allow yourself to enjoy this beautiful sacred fire festival. I said May 4th because I'm having a gathering at my home for it. And may you remember the sacred flame that lives inside of you, wild, untamed, and fully alive. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, or a review if this touched your soul. Send it to a soul sister who you think would enjoy this amazing episode as well. And join me in our sacred online circle for even more ways to celebrate the seasons of your becoming. Happy Beltaine, my beloved, and blessed be.